All right, enough fucking around. Here we go. Going on, all of you interesting individuals that have the need to tune into this. I so appreciate it. If you are tuning in, give a like, give a thumbs up, give a share. That's what nice people do. Okay? That's it. So even before we get going, what we are going to do, that is the beer horn. And I already know this is delicious because I've already had one. And listen, normally I try and drink IPA from Texas, but sometimes things just happen. So today I am enjoying a Dust Eel Brewery from Normal, Illinois. This is the Extended Jam Double Dry Hopped Hazy IPA, and I have to say, it is luscious. If I had to pick a word, I would say luscious. If you find this in your local jam, pick it up. Do not hesitate. Man, that is delicious. Okay. Holy moly, I got to wash that down with another sip. My apologies. Just delicious. The secret sauce for today is embrace uncertainty. It is the birthplace of opportunity. Now, Gnon meme coin, it goes straight up and straight back down. Was it on my list? We will check in and see if it was. Pixel Tap, they are disappointing many, many people. And is it time for each and every one of you to start mogging? In short, the answer is yes. Chaos to clarity, noise to narrative. It is Wednesday. It is the July 31st, as we call it, AKA my little brother Mark's birthday. You know what? Say happy birthday to Mark in the comments. I would appreciate it. And if we get any traction, I will share this with him. And he would be really happy because he's going through some things. Anyway, the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, it has slid down. We're coming in at a 61. We're down 6 degrees from yesterday. Top crypto search term for the normies. And this is one of my favorite analytics across the board. The normies are searching for Solana. Why? Because it is easily a smart, good play that is about to go parabolic, very low risk, in my opinion. Bitcoin dominance, it's down. ETH dominance is down, while the total crypto market cap is basically flat for the 24 hours, coming in at about $2.44 trillion. Now, the crypto market is seeing a mixed bag of signals today. We have Ripple's XRP. It is surging. It is fueled by speculation of a potential settlement with the SEC. Meanwhile, Ethereum has slipped into negative territory for the first time since August, despite all of this ETF hubbub that we've got going on. We have BlackRock's ETF. It is outpacing its Bitcoin counterpart. Does that even make sense? It does to me. In terms of inflows, indicating a greater investment interest in that particular vehicle. This is the world's second largest cryptocurrency we're talking about. Now, we have Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. He has hinted at a potential rate cut in September. What does that mean? And before we get into more news, we are going to check the numbers for the nerds. And how do we do that? We kick off looking at the absolute shitty visual of the crypto heat map at the moment. As you can see, it is bubbling with red. Let's check our crypto market cap bubbles. We have currently Bitcoin trading 64,737. In my podcast, I consistently talk about, I do not think we have seen the button pushed that is going to drive Bitcoin up. I have been saying it is going to crab walk sideways. I have friends that contact me for investment advice. I am telling them, buy Solana, buy MOG, buy Pepe, buy Radium. To me, these are super simple no-brainers. Bitcoin It is not your time yet. It is not time to double down and put your house into Bitcoin, in my opinion. Okay, next up, we have Ethereum trading at $3,241, BNB at $577, Solana at $173, and XRP at .62, Dogecoin 0.12. Dogecoin, I think it is another easy play that might possibly hit $1 in the near future. Next up on the list is Toncoin, and this is interesting. Yesterday I commented that there are some negative technicals, but it still seems like a good buy to me, and this is interesting. So I'm going to touch on a story possibly later. I don't know if I'll get to it in the live broadcast, but it was in my Substack today. So there was some interesting games that are on the Telegram network, and they utilized Toncoin, and they held back their airdrop because they forecasted congestion on the Ton chain. Now, had they released this and created this drama on the chain, one, I think it could have gone one of two ways. That FUD could have actually helped drive things. Two, it could have absolutely put a dent in projects that are kind of already suffering. This narrative came out on Telegram where you're clicking to earn money, and it seemed great at the beginning, but the airdrops are not coming with efficiency and as scheduled, and the community is waning, and they're introducing new metrics like you have to onboard friends in order to capture some of the stuff you've already worked for. So while the community is a bit unsettled, had they released on the Ton blockchain and things went sour, it would have soured many, many things. Long story short, I think it is interesting, and it excites me that they're taking a breath and just waiting. This is the middle of summer. There's no need to rush into shit. Have your shit together by September, October, and shit should rip. So that is what I am looking at. Now, looking at my particular watch list, I want to just super quick, you know what, I'm not even gonna do the hour, I'm gonna do the day. So down the most on the day, and this happened yesterday as well, is Iggy, the mother token, is down 9% on the day, 24% on the week, only 19% down on the month. So it has rebounded in there, but is it time to buy? She is putting in so much work, not only on the timeline, but I know personally into making this token a success. I talked about this yesterday. These coins, they go up, they come back down. The ability to withstand this doldrum period, all coins have it. If they can sustain this 3-4 month period where nothing is happening and then rally again, those are the coins to bank on. I don't know if Mother is there yet. We will continue to watch this. Phantom, it is down drastically. I am borderline thinking about taking this off my list, though I have been watching this token for so long. I think there is infrastructure. I think there is stuff waiting. It is not coming off my list just yet. Nest, dog with hat. It is down on the week, but it's doing well. I think it's still a decent investment. Radium. This token I absolutely fucking love. It is currently trading at $2.23. $20 incoming. Hedera, another great play. Jupiter, another great play. Brett, all of these tokens I believe in. Metaplex, Pith Network, Dogecoin, Ronin, Pepe, Ondo Finance, Immutable, Polyhedra Network, Toncoin, and Mogcoin. So Mogcoin, get into Mogcoin today. I believe I'm going to touch on this in a minute, but if I don't, I'm telling you, get into Mogcoin today. Next up, top meme coins that are moving around. When we look at top coins as far as price action over the last 24 hours, the only token that is not in the red at the moment is Mog. Is this telling of the future? Absolutely. Next up, when we look at some of the, you know what, I want to click right now and look at the top performers in the last 24 hours. So we have the MAGA coin, we have Beef, we have the first YouTube cat. I recommended this a couple days ago. We have Mario coin, Mona coin, and Pikaboss, all in the top 5 or 6. Now, it's interesting. In my Substack, I normally just report statistical stuff that I find super interesting, and I try and create a narrative about what is going on in the space and how it may affect coins that we are holding or we should hold. So one of the things I ran into today and just decided to do a deep dive on was we had not only did we have Trump, but we had Cynthia Lummis say that there's interest in putting Bitcoin on the National Reserve. And it got me to thinking, well, the National Reserve, we have a shit ton of gold in that ecosystem. And how much gold do we have? So we have, let's see, 147 million troy ounces in Fort Knox. We have 54 million troy ounces in West Point, New York. We have 43 million troy ounces in Denver, Colorado. In the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, we have 13.4 million troy ounces. And at other locations scattered around, we have about 2.8 million troy ounces. So listen, that is an enormous storage, infrastructure, security, logistical fucking nightmare. Okay, so I started thinking about it and I did some numbers, and basically we are looking at a cost of $31.25 million. That is such a conservative estimate. $31 million just to keep the gold where it is. That's about $120 per year per ounce of gold, just so nobody does anything with it. Now, I threw this out. What if we decided to today transfer all of our gold into Bitcoin instantly at market value? Granted, there are technical things that make that near impossible, but for shits and giggles, let's walk through it. So we have the total U.S. gold holdings, 261 million troy ounces. The current price of gold is $2,426. The current Bitcoin price at the time that I wrote up this article was $66,350. The total gold value currently is $634.33 billion US dollars. The Bitcoin equivalent is 9,556,561 Bitcoin at current market value. That is 9 million Bitcoin. So is it even possible to acquire 9 million Bitcoin? Long and short, technically difficult, possible, yes, not without creating just havoc. But what if we just did a fourth of the gold and traded it for Bitcoin? Anyway, it would slash, with moving from gold to Bitcoin, we could slash security cost, right? Which is like it's incomprehensible to think of the difference between the storage cost for Bitcoin and gold, which in my view is an asset that long term may not hold value. What happens when we start mining gold in space? That is never going to happen with Bitcoin. We have 22 million Bitcoin that will ever be in existence. If we had 9 million of those as a country, we would rule the world future forward. If at any point these countries decide to take on Bitcoin as a national reserve and hold it, those countries will gain wealth similar to finding oil on your land yesteryear. This is countries' best opportunities to create familial wealth, generational wealth, just from storing an asset. Why don't we get rid of the gold and turn it into Bitcoin? I know it's fucking crazy. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is that if we transition from gold to Bitcoin, we could save billions of dollars. It would put America at the forefront of the financial revolution. While gold serves its historical purpose, Bitcoin offers a compelling advantages, including potential cost savings, enhanced security through blockchain technology, and growth. Potential in a maturing asset class. That's like, it's crazy, but if we just think about shifting the script, what could happen? It would be absolutely amazing. So before we get into more news, my call for this morning for the gambles, shitcoin gambles, was ticker sign FWOG. This was my call for 2 days in a row. It has had a pretty good day today. I think there is still room for this to grow. I think it is only getting started. I recommend you take a look at it. Next up, on this day in history, a la 1971, we had astronaut David Scott. He made history by piloting the absolute first battery-powered LRV. That is a lunar rover vehicle. This is on the moon, and it kind of just got me to thinking, this is interesting. There are 3 rover vehicles that they have not brought back. So those are just sitting up on the moon with a bunch of other shit that we left there. And there's all of this question about, did we ever make it to the moon? So while you cannot see these rovers with the telescope, there is satellite imagery of the trash that we have left behind on the surface of the moon. So flat Earth people, no moon visiting people, flip the script, because it's time to wake up and smell the Bitcoin. Next up, okay, I talked this about the beginning of the show, Ginnan. It is inspired by the cat of the Shiba Inu owners. The same lady who owns the dog owns a cat. She's apparently a fucking animal lover, and she collects dogs and cats, and people have found out where she lived, and her goldfish is coming next as far as the meme coins. Anywhere, this thing just does not stop. I think there is a true winner in the whole thing. Ginnan shut up, it shut down. It's all volatile shit. Like, it's so crazy. Like, it comes, so there is easy money to be made in the meme coin space, but you cannot leave your computer terminal for a minute. And if you decide to select a meme coin, you need to be dialed in to the metrics, the analytics, the socials of what is happening, the Discord, the Telegram, the X account, and watch this shit because it changes so quick. We're going to get into a couple other things. If you guys are trading meme coins and you're doing it on Bird Eye, you are dealing with an infrastructure that updates 5 minutes late, and you are losing off the bet. There is a much better platform. They have not given me my referral code yet, but when they do, I am going to share it with you, and it will change your game. And we are going to get into how to make money doing that and what it all means. Okay, next up, we have Pixel Tap. Again, more of these games that are coming out on the Telegram ecosystem. All you have to do is tap to win. Why is this important? Because Telegram is a platform that is worldwide, and we are gaining access to everybody everywhere instantly. So while these things ebb and flow as far as interest level, what people are doing, the flow is consistent. Adoption is slowly happening, and I've watched things get adopted through my life, and it happens slower than the protagonists feel like it will. It happens slower, so be patient. There are wins to be made along the way, and I probably used protagonist in the wrong form at the moment, so I apologize for that. So Pixel Tap Telegram, it is a tap to earn type of game. They had recent changes, including an unbalanced economy, progression systems that require social media interaction. You got to bring your friends, family, and loved ones, AKA a pyramid scheme is developing. Do not get roped into all this stuff. I checked it out for a bit, and Pixel Tap, I am out. Next up, we have Jonathan Mann, the creator of Song a Day. He's been doing this shit for 16 years. He's an absolute rock star, not only in the meme world, the social media world, the YouTube world, the X account world, the crypto world. He's a legend, and the SEC has just rained a giant crap of poop on him, and he is fighting back, so I am absolutely stoked to see him do it. He is challenging the SEC with broad applications of their securities regulations to digital art. He is arguing that NFTs represent artworks. They should not be subject to the same rules as traditional motherfucking securities. So, Jonathan, we wish you well. Man, what it is no fun sitting down with the SEC. And as promised, it is time to motherfucking mog. It is time to mog. If you don't have pit vipers, get some pit vipers so you can mog effectively. Mogcoin, it is trending upwards. It has gained only 2.64% in the last 24 hours. It's showing a notable 22% increase over the past month. Despite a general downturn amongst the ecosystem, MOG continues to thrive. I said that in the meme coin alley that we were in earlier in the show. Listen, MOG is going places. It has grown a staggering 8,995% over the past year. It is just amazing. It launched September 2023. The token's cultural relevance and bullish sentiment from influencers like our friend K Money suggest it may have further growth potential. I am a super fan of MOG. I have pit vipers. I implore my friends to invest in MOG, not only friends, but family alike. Analysis and experts are all optimistic about this shit. And this just in, I believe there is going to be the first ever MOG conference in Tokyo, similar to the Bitcoin conference, and it begins with one, and that is happening in Tokyo. If you aren't on board, you should be. I recommend getting on MogCoin today. Thank you. Over and out from Mog University. No, unpaid, unshilled, none of that stuff. I'm just a holder, a lover. I like where they're going, and I believe in it. I wish somebody would give me a job shilling Mog, but that is not the kind of life that I lead. Next up, we are having a little talk about Edway and Mochaverse. They just decided to launch a closed beta edition of Cosmic Motherfucking Bomber. The motherfucking part was obviously ad-libbed by me. Anyway, it is a modern twist on the classic Bomberman game currently available to Mochaverse community members. Listen, I love Mochaverse. I love what they're doing. Get on board with this shit. The Mocha ID is the game changer. If you are a Web3 aficionado, an NFT fan, and you do not have a Mocha ID, are you legit? And the answer is probably not. Now, the Mocha ID, this game promises fucking stellar gameplay. It's been updated. They have competitive multiplayer and unique character ownership with plans for free-to-play shit for all the people who don't want to get involved with NFTs and crypto and money. The collaboration aims to blend nostalgic arcade action with Web3 elements. It is fostering social interactions, which is what they're imploring you to do. Get involved, shout it out. The game's success could attract traditional gamers to the crypto space. Isn't that what we all want? We need the normies to get involved, understand what we're doing. Even if you don't understand, find a game that is fucking fun to play. And if crypto is the underlying asset, it is a win for all of us. So keep this in mind, world. Yeah, I'm just a fan of Mochaverse. Keep doing what you're doing. That's all we say. You know what time it is? If my audio is not working, I'm going to be furious. I just realized the beer horn. Oh, there it is. Okay. Only reason I say that is sometimes I record and it'll record the whole thing with no audio. And you know how frustrating that is? Because I only have two friends that read lips. And they don't trade crypto. And they hate NFTs. Okay, WorldCoin. I have been a fan of this shit show ever since it came out. I was living in Miami Beach when the World Orb first made its visit. I went and got my eye scanned absolutely immediately. A drone followed me home. Now, people think WorldCoin may be invasive. It's not. The drone is actually sitting right outside my window at this moment. Is it a WorldCoin drone? Probably. Am I sure about that? Yes. Anyway, scrutiny has followed WorldCoin just because they're fucking taking a picture of your eyeball. They just decided to launch ID verification in Australia, an island filled with convicts and criminals. They are trying to expand their European operation. This rollout features eyeball scanning orbs at every single mall in Australia. Next up, they're going to go to Vienna. They're going to allow users to verify their unique user ID. I verified myself. And you know what is interesting? While I think this tech is interesting, this guy, Sam, creates AI that's going to destroy us. Then he creates this WorldCoin to save us by proving that we're human against his artificial intelligence that he has unleashed upon the world. And I understand the narrative, but the idea with the world coin and get your eyeball scanned was, hey, we're going to give you some world coin. And my wallet has never been flushed with world coin. I don't understand that. I feel ripped off in a sense, but I will say that it is nice to see WorldCoin just to continue their domination of privacy invasion across the world. And I'm absolutely kidding. WorldCoin is fucking super interesting, right? The CAPTCHA when you log into a website and have to prove that you're a human. Imagine just logging in with your Web3 credentials verified through your WorldCoin ID. That is the ultimate validation, your eyeball scan. So I'm a fan of it. I don't care what the privacy people say. If you don't think they're following you, you are absolutely shit pipe bananas. Next up, we have Mike Novogratz, the founder and CEO of Galaxy Digital. He is predicting a post-US election crypto industry going fucking bananas as long as regulations and we get the right candidate in the White House. So, who do you guys think it will be? Please leave word in the comments. I will not read them. I just do like to see Novogratz get on board with this. He is expecting all kinds of fucking fun shit to happen. Tyler Winklevoss, these guys are all pro crypto now. You know what? If you are not voting for Trump, you're not voting for crypto. And it's important. Crypto minds are the smartest people on the planet. This is who you want involved with making decisions for your future. If you want equitable, fair, thought-provoking decisions to be made, get crypto people on the board, in the government, on Congress, in the Senate, all of these things. That's where we need you to be. If Trump ushers in this, I am 100% for Donald Trump. Simple. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about some DOGECOIN, aka, you know what? That was an interesting lead up, and I think the story has been moved. You know what? We are going to go with the video image, and I am just going to go off memory. This is from my Substack. So, one of the things that will continue to fluctuate the Bitcoin price is the liquidation of the Silk Road assets as the government makes more decisions liquidating and moving around fucking the most valuable asset on the planet. The most valuable asset on the planet. Stop doing what you're doing. Free Ross, hodl the Bitcoin, save America. Now, Dogecoin, I said it at the beginning. We're trading at 0.12 right now. It was 0.13 this morning. This is an easy $1 coin in my opinion. Why? Because when the normies get here, they are going to look at a couple things, right? If the normies get here, and just to throw out a scenario, let's say the normies arrive for let's say there's crazy circumstance and we have things that happen and it drives currency prices to the green. AKA the normies are like, hey, I've been hearing about this shit. I got to get involved. Let's say October 13th, something happens and we have things start to moon. Normies, first time in the space. Do you think they are going to go shitcoining? Do you think they're going to go to pump.fun, right? Do you think they're going to go to these outskirt meme coins that all of us love to gamble on? No, they're going to go to these standards that make sense every day. And even before I get into more of this, I'm going to pull this up. So these standards that make sense every day, these are the things that will continue to move when big movement comes. Dogecoin, Bonk, Shiba Inu, Floki, Popcat, Whiff, Brett, Mog, Bohm, and Pepe. That is the simple list to freedom, right? Dogecoin is number one on that list, right? that is the one where most normies are going to gravitate to. So keep that in mind. If you are hedging your bets to not bet on Dogecoin, it seems like a simple no-brainer. Now, keep in mind, we did also have Elon Musk say that he will no longer promote any cryptocurrencies, meaning he is not going to mention them. Does this affect the prognosis and future outcome of Dogecoin? Possibly, but if he incorporates it into the X platform ecosystem as a payment rail, the game changes instantly. What is he a favorite of? Doge. Is it a high possibility that a currency will be introduced into the X platform over the next year? I believe so. What do you think it'll be? Is it a multi-platform solution? That would be smart. Is it a one-coin solution? That would be mind-boggling. So these are bets that everybody is making on the space. I want you guys to keep this in your mind. We do see technical analysis suggesting a potential bullish rally for Doge. It has maintained the 50-day SMA support. Crypto trader Kevin highlights bullish signals on Dogecoin Bitcoin chart, and he suggests that if the current support holds, Doge could see price increases. If we fall below this 12-cent mark, right? Is that a time to buy? Like, these are narratives you need to understand that are at play. Nobody knows how this shit is going to come out. You're hedging your bets. So hedge accordingly, right? It is, I don't know, in my opinion, it's super important to do that. Now, Hamster Combat, along with some of these other clicker games that are on Telegram, all of these guys have decided to hold stuff up, and it's because their prediction of congestion on the Ton blockchain. So Ton blockchain, it currently supports around 300 million users, while a new airdrop hasn't been provided for this Hamster Combat and the Hamster token. There are a shit ton of people interested. Everybody is waiting to figure out when are they going to receive their tokens. All you have to do is connect your Ton wallet in order to get in on this mix. But there are delays. There is hubbub. We're in the middle of summer. As I said at the beginning, they are taking their time to roll this out. Hopefully they are doing it in a way that will not create havoc and cause FUD. Hopefully the FUD can be sustained, and when they do launch, it just kicks ass, because that would be super interesting and super nice. Now, in July 2024, aka a few days ago, right, we saw Bitcoin. It made significant progress in scaling solutions, which is what I think so many of these people are searching for. Runes was not an answer or a need for a scaling solution. So there is Starkware. They demonstrated a Stark verifier on Bitcoin's signal test network while at the Bitcoin 2024 conference. Now, Bitcoin OS and BitVMX teams have verified that the ZK proofs on Bitcoin mainnet are legit. These approaches use BitVM to create Turing compelling Bitcoin contracts without a soft fork. Differing from trust models, BitVMX and Bitcoin OS are exploring ZK proofs. All of this is going to happen within the framework. We're still developing these things, they said, but they are looking for the adoption of OPCAT, and all of this could influence the future utility and scalability of implementation. And notice how they did not mention runes. Now, blockchain developer Starkware claims to have verified the first zero-knowledge proof using its Stark verifier on Bitcoin's Signet test network. That is kind of big news. Significantly, it is the 32nd number in the Fibonacci squared sequence. So if you are an ultra nerd, these things make you smile. If you are still craving crypto clarity, please subscribe to my Substack today. Warning, rare bits may cause hodling.